Arthur. I think there's a sub-name, hold on. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. That's the title. So this new King Arthur is a King Arthur origin story directed by Guy Ritchie. He's the director of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, and those Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. And this is Shakespearean family drama if ever there was. When King Arthur was a child, his kingdom gets taken over by his super evil uncle. Now he has to come back and claim his rightful role as king. That sounds like a couple movies out there, I'm not gonna lie. And it actually has some stylistic Guy Ritchie-isms that I thought would get in the way of the King Arthur storytelling. It really didn't. I mean, with the Guy Ritchie-isms, there is a dialogue piece in this movie. It's near the beginning where they're just bantering, going back and forth, telling a story of what happened over here, and then it's flashing back, showing what happened, then they're interrupting, like, wait a minute, so what did you mean by that? It was really quippy, smart, fun dialogue that I'm like, this is so Guy Ritchie. I actually haven't seen any Ritchie, this Guy Ritchie, since Snatch. The writing was just, he was like, I had this in Snatch, I cut it, I kind of want it in King Arthur now. So what I like about this movie is the world building. When the movie starts out, you're like, oh my gosh, the magic is so awesome. I'm not talking movie telling magic, I'm talking about magic in this story. It's more magical than other King Arthur stories I've seen. I mean, there was one with Clive Owen in the early 2000s. They were like, we're gonna make King Arthur real. But magic otherwise has always been in the King Arthur story with, you know, Merlin. This one is straight up so magical, it's crazy. The elephants are bigger than Oliphants, bigger than the 300 elephants. They're the biggest elephants I've ever seen. And they're bashing the shit out of bridges, and magic is blasting out, vaporizing people and blowing bridges apart. It was a super entertaining intro to a movie. Some of the CGI in this movie looked great. Speaking of the magic, other CGI didn't look so good. It's really funny. It's like the scenes that looked great, they're like, yeah, that's where our budget went. Scenes that weren't so good, probably part of the reshoots. Who knows? It is an eyesore. It is telling when CGI doesn't mix with the other CGI in the movie that is otherwise great. Main dude, the guy who plays Jax in Sons of Anarchy, is also the dude from Pacific Rim. You know, Mr. We're drift compatible. That dude, you know, he's in this movie. I don't think I've seen him better than he was in this movie. I haven't seen all of Sons of Anarchy. Sometimes he gets a bad rap for being not so good an actor. This movie was pretty good. A couple of scenes where he had to show some pain, he showed some pain. Jude Law, how great is Jude Law? Jude Law plays the bad guy in this movie. He has a great line in the trailer where he says something like, the most intoxicating feeling a man can feel is when people fear him. His delivery on just everything evil about him, he's such a scumbag. And as cool as the setup was, there were a couple of editing moments, not moments, arcs. There are editing arcs in the movie where you're like, this is a bit choppy. The beginning's fine, the end goes to its point, but like somewhere in the middle, you're like, there's a lot happening. There's a segment in the middle of this movie where Arthur has to go do something on this island that's pretty much the shittiest island in video games. You know, in most adventure games or RPGs, there's an island that's like, hey, don't go there until you're a high enough level. Well, he has to go there when he's a lower level, and it's just sped through and montage through, and all right, well, that's that. That could have been a half-an-hour segment. It's not, though. It just feels rushed through. And choppy editing, or rather, a movie that has so much lore that's crunched down into a time frame of that much, because that's what they have, that can kill a movie, and sometimes it does kill a movie. It didn't quite kill this movie. The movie's still enjoyable. I just walked out of this movie going, King Arthur is a great 3-hour movie. Somewhere. I feel like Guy Ritchie filmed this movie to be a 3-hour movie. It was crushed down to 2 hours. That's just what they had to do. I hope I see an extended cut. I hope this movie makes the money to have an extended cut on Blu-ray. I don't know. I wanted that with Warcraft. I never got that. Am I gonna hold my breath for it in this one? Probably not. Because in the end, King Arthur, to me, I walked out of this movie going, oh my gosh, this is He-Man. It's the He-Man movie that we have yet to get, nor will we probably ever get. At least not soon. I mean, you look at the story, you lay it out down to Skeletor showing up at the end. It's He-Man. I have a soft spot with stories about kingdoms and magic, I do. I will say King Arthur is certainly a good time. No alcohol required. Alright guys, so King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's your favorite medieval style epic in movie, video game, book form, television, whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.